In 2022 and 2023, a receptionist at a veterinarian clinic making $23 an hour was mistakenly paid $416,000 in a payroll mistake, including monthly payments and a one-time bonus of more than $245,000. She did not inform anyone that she had been getting payments intended for someone else. $200,000 of those payments were transferred to Argentina to purchase a home. The police interview the management team of the company.
No, told her she was going to get in trouble and she needed to pay it back.
Okay.
So.
And in the process of paying back, so there was the 200. You're still short money.
Right.
Did you ever enter into an agreement with her that said, if you pay us back, we won't press charges? Or
No.
Okay. Okay. And obviously, I mean, you're still looking at
240.
Yeah, and it's 2025, and this was 2023.
Right.
You haven't gotten it. So,
And I don't think we will get it because her mother sent most of it to Argentina.
Okay.
There was 200,000 that went to Argentina.
Okay, understood.
And that, I think her mother, if anybody should be charged, it's her mother. Because her mother was in collusion. She knew the money was stolen and wasn't her. She moved it all offshore into Argentina.
It was a mistake that the money ended up in her account? Or?
Yes. It was an error on the PEO account.
Okay, and how does that
happen? That's a good question. What happened is that when you fill out a form, and it couldn't happen again because I raised hell with the PEO. When you fill out the form, you have an ACH. Is it ACH? Is it correct term?
Direct deposit.
Direct deposit goes directly from the PEO into an account. She filled out the form correctly, but she being Jessica.
Okay.
Okay. Now, and Arua. Okay, so they come on the payroll, one right below the other.
Okay.
So when they were trying to see where to send that money after we filled it out, they went to their schedule and filled in, the PEO went to their schedule and filled in for Jessica Arua.
Okay, because I can see how that's common.
But here's the thing: they did not cross-check to make sure that account belonged to Sarah.
Okay.
They didn't do that.
And this was going on for about 10 months.
Yes, and now she was being paid twice. Once for her salary.
Okay.
Which was what, 60?
Which was, $20 an hour.
Right. And again for Dr. or she's on production collection, and for Dr. or salary, which was $350,000 that year.
Okay.
And all that money went right into Arua's account.
Okay. And I noticed while going through this case file, because I have a bunch of records already, there was about a $200-something thousand deposit into Miss Arua's account.
That was in September.
It was towards the end of it.
Yeah.
That was Sarah's commission check.
Okay.
The police interview the person the money was intended for.
I'm investigating the allegation of the internal theft of approximately $460,000. From what I learned is that money was money that was supposed to go into your account for your paychecks.
Yep.
Can you tell me what occurred from your perspective and what happened?
So I have a business account that sits at where my salary is direct deposited in, and then there is a salary that is then paid for me to my personal account. I work out generally my personal account for all my finances, my mortgage, everything else. So my business account just kind of sits. And there had to be a change to it. I go in there periodically. I went in there in December of 2022. Sorry.
It's okay if you
2022.
don't. I'm gonna just preface. So they already swore in on the last one. It's okay if they have to chime in and do something. I know the memory is
2022 to change some things, and I just happened to note that there were some funds missing. My production check generally goes in around October, and that hadn't gone in. And
What's a production check?
I work on production. I'm not salaried. So I make a percentage of what I earn for the clinic.
Okay. If you can recall from 2022, what was that biweekly?
Generally runs somewhere between $8,000 to $10,000.
By month.
Yep.
Biweekly.
Biweekly, twice a month.
Biweekly or twice a month?
Bi-weekly.
Biweekly. Okay. So 26 paychecks, and then there's that production check. Okay, so it would be essentially 27 paychecks you get from.
Yeah. So that's when I went back and noted that the last one I had received had been in February, I believe, or January 2022.
And what happened after you noticed that?
I alerted the office staff here.
Okay. How soon after were you reimbursed?
She reimbursed me. Sorry, Jessica.
Okay.
Paid the clinic half of the amount that she had pretty quickly, like 4 or 5 weeks after. And then I want to say 2.5 to 3 months by May, the pet vet had reimbursed me the remainder.
2 months later, Jessica is arrested.
Okay, you're under arrest.
What?
A bunch of stuff.
So here's the deal. Let's take the dog and put it on. We got to run it. We have to take care of it. We're not running. We're not doing anything. We got to call it there. So,
What's going on?
is anybody in the night bomb or anything? Sit here. Let's get the weather.
What's going on? What?
Stay right here. Stay right here.
Okay.
Stay right here. Let me do this. Just give us a second to get this all situated, and then we'll handle that. You been working today or not?
Yeah.
When did you get home from work?
Like, maybe like 2 hours ago? Ori!
Yeah, you got it.
No
What's up,
kidding. They gave the no sick bag and I don't know. I don't know what they did have a warrant for my arrest.
Yeah.
For what?
Joe Monty.
I am. I am.
Good looking dog.
Can you guys tell me what's going on?
Yeah, we're supposed to get whatever you have going on
Test.
What's that?
with the
Are you fucking kidding me right now?
I didn't want to do this in front of your daughter. I was being nice to you, but you said no.
No, I didn't say that. I didn't want to, like, of course I don't want to do it in front of my daughter.
You said no. You said so we're going to get him back down here to take the jewelry off, okay? Because you're going to jail.
The female suspect is interviewed.
Back in 2022 to 2023, we received a complaint about the theft of approximately $400,000. That's why we're here. All right, so if you could kind of just walk me through what happened, because we know, because we're in the situation now, that I did see the bank statements. I know how much was coming in for your salary, and I know how much additional. I know how much was in your account prior to your employment as well, or the second time around when it's occurred. Can you explain to me which start?
So when I went back to work with Palm Beach Park Clinic, I was called because one of the receptionists, which was also kind of the manager of the front desk, had either fired or she decided to quit, and it was known by everybody that she would get bonuses every month, depending on how much money she would spend on the coffee and every girl I was needed. So when I started working there, I was giving her precision. So when I got my first paycheck, it was my paycheck, and then I got like another thing with like more money, and I was like, okay, this is probably from that. And I assumed that it was because I didn't spend that much money that month. Maybe it was like retroactive for doing. So nothing was ever said. It went on for like a year. And then after the year, they came to me telling me that they had been putting money into my account that was meant for a different account.
Okay. And do you recall how much extra that was?
I think I was getting like $5,000 extra a month.
And did that ever bring any? If you could just explain your thought process when you saw that
When
doc.
I saw that, I was like, okay, because of all the rumors of this other lady getting all these bonuses, I was like, okay, like, if they give it to me too, I mean, I'm doing basically the same job that she was doing. And like, they never came up to me, they never started these, but I let it go. And then when they came to me telling me that that money was meant for a different account, that's when I told them that I didn't know. So, I mean, I tried my hardest to give them the money back, but a lot of it I sent to Argentina to build a house, and but because I never thought it was somebody else's money. I just thought it was bonuses that they were giving me. And it went on for a year, and in a year they never sent anything.
Okay. And was there ever a significant one that came through?
Yeah, in September.
Okay.
Which was like $200,000. But I thought it was like retroactive of like they build and then have make it end up like opposite and end of a year thing, and maybe I never thought it was like they were giving me someone else's money into my account. Because if I would have known, I would have most definitely returned it.
And did you ever approach anyone about it?
No.
You never told anyone?
No.
In work, at home?
I mean, I told my mom about like, oh, look, like, like they're giving me these bonuses, like, it's really good. I mean, I'm trying to find my home in Argentina. I have a little girl, but it wasn't like, I never thought it was somebody else's money. I just thought it was like, like a bonus.
There were 17 checks until that very large $245,000 check that ended up in your account. And then following that, there was another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 that ended up. All for about $6,800 or more. Maybe one of it was a little less. No, the minimum was $6,818. So some of the transactions I noticed were transfers into various accounts. October 2022, you had transferred $180,000 to a savings account.
Yes, because so when I started getting this money, I wanted to save money because I wanted to buy a house. But then maybe someone could have back or something.
Okay. Which there was a transfer back on January 5th, 2023 for $197,000.
So that money, so when this whole ordeal started after that I was approached by the CFO of the company, by Shelly Rentis. She asked me to transfer that money back into my main account. She asked me for my passwords to my bank account. She changed the password to my banking. And she told me that I needed to go to the bank Chase and to get a cashier check for all the money that I had in the bank account.
Okay. And what was your reaction to that then?
I did what they asked me to do. Once I found out that it wasn't the money that they were giving me, I tried, to and I told her I would pay it back. Like I wasn't really sorry about it. I told her like, look, like I'll pay you back. Like it's not like now that I know that it's not my money, like I will pay you back. And Dr. Scott certainly got really, really hostile. And he started threatening me. And that's when they fired me.
Okay. And at this point, when you're saying you realized it was a mistake, would you ever thought even about calling the police to kind of just mediate on scene with him getting hostile? Are you willing to turn it over?
I was really afraid. At that time, my daughter was like 2 years old. When he called me into the office, he's like, I'm gonna make you spend like 10 years in jail. Get your permits for little girl. And I was really afraid. So he told me to give all my banking information to her, and that they would take, like I had to give them the money. So I went to the bank, I got all the money out, I gave the cashier check to her, and then she deposited to whichever doctor that money was meant for.
Okay.
The suspect was charged with grand theft of $100,000 or more and money laundering of $100,000 or more. While she did return close to $200,000 after being confronted by her employer, the remainder of the funds was gone.